Heather from Heather Marie Therapy, and today I'm going to guide you through a quick little flow that's designed to help release self-doubt. So this year has brought a lot of new and interesting challenges, no doubt. But what it's also done is created some additional limiting self-beliefs that we've never really had to think about before. Because we're having to relearn so much of what we used to do. So we're having to relearn our routines. We're having to constantly adapt and be flexible and shift and pivot into these different areas that we're just not used to being in. And we're having to just do life completely different. And so while we've been doing this for almost a year now, we're still kind of dealing with the traumatic effects of it. And we're going to be dealing with that for probably quite some time. And so what I think is really important is to build resilience, build self-confidence, and we can start to do that as we awaken the mind-body connection, create balance and harmony, and really do this little flow to release self-doubt. So without further ado, let's come into, I can't stand when people say that, so I don't know why I just said that. But anyways, just take a second to smile and then relax the muscles in the face, close the eyes or soften the gaze. And just sit here for a couple of breaths in Sukhasana. And just deepen the breath here. One of the best ways to build confidence and release self-doubt is by releasing fear. Letting go of that which we cannot control and the fear that surrounds the uncontrollable, the uncertainty. Only then can we really start to build self-confidence and release self-doubt. And start to tap into more of a hopeful sense about the future. And coming into each day, approaching it from a strengths and capabilities based mindset. I could go on and on, but maybe just taking some of that with you through the practice today. Maybe starting to take some audible breaths here. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Keep sitting up nice and tall in the spine. Feel the expansion of the lungs in the inhale and the contraction on the exhale. A couple more deep breaths on your own time. Bottom of your next exhale, slowly take your right foot and bring it up so that it's sitting gently on top of your inner left thigh, closer to the knee here, half lotus. This is not in everybody's practice, so feel free to stay in Sukhasana if half lotus is not available to your body. Whether it's just not available today or if it's just generally not available. Just working into the hips here. And if you're working towards a half lotus, you can always be in Sukhasana and then take the right leg and just gently, keeping the toes flexed to protect the knee joint, you can just sort of cradle the leg here. You can guide it in and out. That actually feels really nice in the hip. Just be really careful and gentle here. I'll meet folks back in half lotus if that's where you are. If you have half lotus in your practice and your hips feel nice and open, you can start to guide that foot closer in towards the crease, the hip crease on the left side. Inhale, lifting the arms up, really reaching through both sides of the torso. And exhaling, listen carefully, hinging at the hips here. We slowly start to come forward. Maintaining a root into the earth with the pelvic floor, keeping the glutes on the mat, folding over the legs as far as your body will allow comfortably. Releasing any tension in the neck here, continue to breathe. Inhale. And exhale, inching your way back, rolling up in the spine, lifting the arms, inhale. And exhale, sweep the hands down to the mat, and we're just going to gently guide our right foot in front of our left. Taking the left foot up, half lotus on the left side here. Again, remembering all of those modifications from before and taking whatever option feels best in your body. And once you're ready, slowly inhale the arms. Really feel this movement all the way through. Get nice and tall in the torso. And exhale to hinge at the hips, coming forward, folding over the legs, opening the left hip. And as always, just building the balancing practice, the mind-body connection, just taking a quick check to see which side feels different. Does any side feel different? No over-analyzing necessary, just noticing. Inhale. Exhale, slowly roll all the way up. Inhaling to lift the arms once again. And exhaling to paint two imaginary walls all the way down to the fingertips meet the mat. Slowly guide your left leg out of your half lotus. And then I'll meet you in tabletop. It's very important when coming out of those big hip opening poses to just be really gentle and mindful in your movements. Don't mind this little section of my floor here that's going to make some noise in my old house. You've watched my other videos, you already know. Pressing away from the mat. Pressing into all 10 fingertips, pressing into the tops of the feet. We inhale, and exhale. And on your next inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, cow pose. Exhale, round the spine, navel draws in, up, pressing into the mat. Inhaling, drop the belly, lift the chest. Nice and slow to start. Exhaling, round the spine. Inhaling once again to drop the belly, lift the chest, cow pose. Exhaling to round. And listen carefully, inhaling to come back into a neutral tabletop position. Bump the hips over to the left, look past your right shoulder, side body stretch. Exhaling to come back to center, bump the hips to the right, looking past the left shoulder. And exhaling to come back into a neutral tabletop position. Bring the hands, one hand point forward, curl the toes under, and make your way up into plank position first. We'll find our way into downward dog soon enough. Coming into this strong plank. So really pressing into the knuckles and the fingers here. Navel draws up and in. You can always be here on the knees for a modified plank. You can always take this half plank position here. Really honor your body, what it's calling for today. You can rock back and forth to get a little extra stretch in the calves here, or if you're just feeling like the body needs to move. Stay here for 3, for 2, for 1, downward dog. Great job. Super, super strong here. Cultivating that physical strength and that mental strength and connecting the two to build confidence. Pedal it out here. Elbow creases shining forward. Slight internal rotation in the thighs. When you're ready, just find a bit of stillness here in downward dog. Inhale. Exhale out through the mouth. Listen carefully on your next inhale. Breathe deeply through the nose. Exhale, tongue out, lion's breath. Inhale. And just exhale, let something go. Inhale, lift the top of the mat. Exhale, bring the right knee up into the chest, round the spine. So think about like cat pose here in the spine. Bring the heel up close to the glute. Breathe for 3, for 2, for 1. Right foot comes to the top of the mat. We lower the back left knee. Coming into low lunge. Shining the chest forward. Inhale and exhale. Right hip crease comes back towards the back of the mat. We lengthen in the right leg. We can keep the knee as bent as we need to, or we can work to straighten the knee. Right toes flex towards the face and we bend over. Runner's lunge. Inhale. Exhale, rolling on the right foot to come back. Lift that back left knee off the mat now. Find your center as you inhale to lift the arms up, coming up into our high lunge. Take a moment to find your center. Bend that back left knee if you need to do that first to work to straighten it with integrity in the spine, in the pelvis. Shoulders are relaxed, hugging everything into the center, into the midline. Finding strength in the fingers, so really active hands here. While playing with a little opposition here by relaxing the shoulders. Inhale. And exhale. Listen carefully. You're going to be seeing my back here as we come into Warrior 2. So now we're facing the left edge of our mat. Right knee is bent. Really making sure to pay attention to your pelvic tilt here. So if you feel like you might have a pretty strong tilt in the lower back, just work to tuck the tailbone under. Torso should be nice and straight up over the midline of the body here. Gaze past the right fingers. Strong. Warrior 2. Inhale. And exhale, straighten the right leg. Bump the hips back into space. Inching forward with the right fingertips here. And when you're ready, drop down, triangle pose. Options here. We can bring the back of the right hand into the inside of the right shin. Fingertips can be all the way on the mat. Left arm reaching up towards the sky. Final options here, looking up towards the sky. And feel free to take a bind if it's in your practice, but stay nice and strong in the core, strong in the legs. Deep breaths. Last one, inhale. And exhale, use your center, use your core to come back up. Bending at the right knee here into warrior two. Inhaling peaceful warrior. Right arm comes up and over. And exhale carefully to cartwheel all the way down and back into your low lunge. Chest shines forward. Bring the palms of the hands to the mat, coming back into plank pose. Inhale, shift forward onto the toes. Exhale, elbows come in as we slowly drop all the way down to the mat. Untuck the toes here, pressing into the pelvis, and the tops of the feet. Inhaling, baby cobra. Exhaling to come down. Two more like a wave. Inhaling, baby cobra. And exhaling to come down. Elbows staying close to the body. Inhale. And exhale, coming down. Coming back into plank pose. Inhale. And exhale, downward dog. Awesome job. Another lion's breath here. Inhale through the nose. Tongue out as we exhale through the mouth. Inhale. And exhale. Let something go. Inhale. And exhale. Take the left knee. Draw the left knee up towards the chest here into plank. We are in plank pose. Back spine is rounded here. Try to touch the heel to the glute. Inhale for 3. Pressing away from the mat for 2. And for 1, we bring the left foot up to the top of the mat. Slowly lower the back right knee. Low lunge, left side. Making sure that we're drawing the shoulder blades back. Chest is forward. Inhale and exhale. Bring the left hip crease back. Straighten the left leg, toes coming up to face the sky. So we round over the left leg here, stretching the hamstring. Inhale and exhale, rolling through the left foot. We lift that back right knee as we inhale to sweep the arms up overhead. Overhead? Oh yeah, overhead. I don't know what I thought I was saying there. High lunge. Hugging, get everything into the center line. Helping with balance and stability. Pelvis, check in with the pelvis, tailbone tucks under. Nice strong core. Trying to draw that back right heel into the earth, not technically, but just that energetic feeling. So tapping into what our body feels like energetically as we create energy again in the hands and relaxation in the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, open up towards the right, warrior two. Make whatever adjustments to your stance that you need. Really finding a nice bend in that left knee, opening up in the hips here. Drawing the shoulder blades down towards one another. Shoulders are relaxed, hands are strong. Strong warrior two, pressing into the knife edge of that back right foot. Inhale, sink a little bit deeper here. And exhale, coming up, straightening in that left leg, bumping the hips back, left hands go forward, left hands, I'm struggling today. And drop the left hand to the inside of the left leg. Fingertips come to the mat, perhaps. Right arm is straight. Right fingertips are pointing up towards the sky. Maybe we look up past the right fingertips here. How can we enjoy these more challenging poses here? How can we challenge ourselves to enjoy the sensations in the body? Perhaps by releasing any fear associated with these more challenging poses. A couple more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Listen carefully. Inhale. Exhale, using the strength in the core to come back up into warrior two. Bend that left knee. Inhale, peaceful warrior reverse. And exhale, cartwheel everything back down. Low lunge, pivoting on that back right foot. Plant the hands, come back into plank pose. Inhale, now your choice to take this vinyasa here, however you'd like to. You can take a baby cobra, or maybe now you take a chaturanga to up dog. Nice and slow, no need to rush. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Awesome job. Pedal it out. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, bend the knees. Look up towards the top of the mat and step up to the top of your mat here. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly roll it up, one vertebra at a time. All the way up. Into mountain pose. Nice strong mountain here. Close the eyes. Feet are together. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead. And exhale, hands come down, palms together to heart center. Coming into tree. Place the weight in the right side body, the right leg. Lift the heel off the ground on the left foot. And take whatever version is appropriate for your body today. So you can just have your foot on the mat here, sort of in this little kickstand position. You can bring the sole of the left foot to the inside of the right shin, making sure never to have that foot on the knee here. So we either want to be below the knee, or maybe we take the left hand and guide the left foot to the inside of the left the right thigh. Hands can stay here in prayer position. Find your focal point. Pressing into the right thigh. Pressing the right thigh into the sole of the left foot. Stay here. Or maybe grow your tree for just a couple breaths. We won't be here long. Confident, strong tree pose here. Inhale. Exhale to carefully bring the hands back down to heart center. Left foot comes down to meet the right. Kind of shake it out here if that feels good. And we're just going to take it to the other side. So weight comes into the left leg here. We lift the right heel off of the mat. And we take whatever variation feels comfortable on this side. Maybe we catch the right ankle and we guide the sole of the right foot to the inside of the left thigh here. Hands can come to prayer position. Find your focal point on the side. And just know, if you fall, the earth is there to catch you. You're just fine. Maybe working towards growing the branches of the tree. Strong in the hands, soft in the shoulders. Breathe for 3. For 2. And for 1. Hands come to heart center. Right leg comes down. Right foot meets the left. Inhale. Exhale. Now just open the feet wider than hips with distance. Take the toes and bring them out diagonally. And slowly start to drop the weight of the hips of the pelvic floor all the way down into your yogic squat. Coming into Malasana here. Adjust your stance if necessary. Press into the insides of your thighs here. Thighs press into the outer upper arms. Finding grounding, safety and stability. Releasing fear. Releasing self-doubt. Close the eyes. Inhale. Listen carefully. Exhale. Bring the right hand back behind you. Bring the left hand and come down onto the mat. There's my 4. Bring the legs out long. Point the toes. Lift the arms up overhead. Feet are together. Listen carefully, steeple grip. So we're going to clasp the hands, leaving the index finger and thumbs out. Bring the arms out in front. So now we're pointing with the hands and the feet. As we slowly inhale and exhale to roll down all the way in the spine. Nice and slow, super slow. Keep pointing the feet. Slow as we can. Until we come all the way down, wind down. Lifting the arms up overhead, stretch. And arms come down to the sides. Maybe inching your way down the mat if necessary while the floor is loud. Bring the knees up, hug the knees into the chest. Just cooling down here. Open up in the left arm. And slowly guide the knees over to the right. Maybe coming on to the left ear, looking past the left fingertips, simul twist. Inhaling to come back to center, hug the knees up and in, right arm comes out, left legs go over to the left. You look past the right fingertips. Releasing any tension in the face. Inhaling, bringing the knees back up, hugging the knees up one last time as we slowly guide one leg down, then the other, opening the arms. Take a nice wide Shavasana tonight, this morning, whenever you're doing this. I say tonight because it's nighttime here. Or technically it's 5:15 in the afternoon, but if you're watching this in December, it just may be dark out where you are too. So opening up nice and wide here. Take up space. And just let all of the weight sink into the mat. Trust that the earth has your back. Just come into silence, stillness. Listen to the breath. Thank you so much for taking this time with me. If you want to spend a little bit more time in Shavasana, you can stop the video here, come back and just relax for as long as you need. Otherwise, bring the hands together, thumbs come up to the third eye, honoring your truth, seeing your truth, letting go of fear, letting go of self-doubt, and just trusting your strength. Inhale, exhaling, let everything go. Namaste.